think now I can put on the final team ranking, and that's how it looks. Piolín squad classified first place after 4 victories to 2 over Team Actimel. And now I'm going to try and get the individual leaderboard up there. Si estoy demasiado alto de voz, me lo decís, ¿vale? Okay, so here we go with the final round of the Spanish Team Championship, the C3P3, which is a play on words. If you turn the threes around, they become E's, and that in Spanish would be the initials for the Campeonato Español por Equipos, saying the Spanish Team Championship. It looks like the initiative is with Juan. Adrian, I should say, sorry. I'm getting confused. Let me try, let me just double check this thing's deactivating when it moves. Must be, yeah. Deactivate. Deactivate, stop recording, stop streaming, so everything's running. Okay. Ranking. Players. So after 5 rounds, Piolín and Actimel switched places in the top 2 spots to have a repeat occurrence. They played in round 5 because they were the top 2 classified teams. And now they are... So we do have 3 simultaneous live streams happening at the moment on the Twitch First Earth channel you're watching now. We have Ruben Creo against Adrian Zurita. On the First Earth YouTube page is a live stream from team captain of the Actimels, Andoni Abril, against Domingo, I don't have his name, I don't have his full name, Domingo from the team Piolín. In the background you can see Utsi versus Juan del Rio, and Ander versus Oriol Barnes from Piolín. And at the rear end of the image you can see ¿quién es? Contra Arge. Imanol contra Imanol against Alberto Diaz. Yeah, in the end, and that is being streamed live on Petrios Valencia. Petrios Valencia is that channel?
Petrios Valencia is right.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I'm joined by Marcelo.
Hello.
It's been a good weekend, huh?
Really tired.
Yeah. Really tired.
Exhausting.
But yeah, a really good turnout with 96 players, 16 6-man teams, and a lot of prize draws at the end there. Everyone seemed to be going home more or less happy, pretty well spread out as well. Everyone,
yeah, more or less. We wish to have 6 more ships, but 6 aggressors or TIE strikers, but they were out of stock. So
oh, right, okay.
So the ships available were really small, so we couldn't choose.
But so in Spain, is the K-wing situation seems to be different then, because you had quite a couple K-wings, huh?
Yeah.
In the rest, in English stock, they're all sold out completely. You can't get them.
Maybe Maybe they can buy them from here now.
From Spain, yeah? Import the Spanish version.
Doesn't matter.
No, yeah.
In Spanish, TLT is called Torreta Láser Doble.
Yeah, double laser turret.
I exchanged one of mine with one of the Polish guys at the ETC.
Yeah?
So I have a, I don't know what called, that attacks twice.
Okay.
It's really nice to exchange cards in other languages.
So, and here in this matchup, we've got a double bigs. We've got. No, it's yeah. Adrian has a Z95 Bandit, a Gold Squadron, a Lorik, and a bigs, and so does Ruben have Kanan bigs. So it's going to be an interesting situation here. We saw Adrian win the Valencian Regional in January with a very similar list. Yeah, it was with K-Wing, a Warden or something like that. No?
It was Miranda.
It was Miranda. He had Miranda and he had
Miranda,
a Z95, an Oro,
Jespava,
a Gold, and Chespava.
And one.
Oh, pardon.
No, it was not bigs. It was Miranda, Jespava, a Bandit, with I think with no upgrades, and one
Gold
stress bot.
Yeah.
Stress bot.
The FAT comes into effect tomorrow, correct?
Tomorrow.
The 6th.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
So this will be Biggs' last stand. What do you think about the Biggs change?
I think it's fine.
Mm.
I found the Atani nerf maybe
Atani
harder.
nerf maybe should have been switched out to be small ship only or something like that. No, because
For example,
the problem
or
was the large tanky ships taking complete advantage of it.
Or maybe range 1 to
1 to 3 or 1 to 2.
3,
Yeah.
Range 1 I think is too restrictive for that.
Because I mean, when you think about when in the first German Open, they're the Kashik Open, aren't they? Or was that the Italians? Germany's the fall. The first La Fall Open in 2016, they had that one list which was like 3, 6 and a Palop, and with the Atania, and was pretty much doing really well all day long. And so it kind of breathed life back into the 6. But then, like I say, limiting it to just 2 ships now just basically makes it fodder for
not playable anymore.
Yeah, it's just 1 free action now. You might as well take a recon specialist.
Yep.
Yeah. And with Biggs, with respect to Biggs, a lot of people are saying it's the end of Biggs. But, I was thinking,
no, it's not.
There's still a possibility.
I think
it's still strong for 1 round. It's like I mean, I've had, you know, I'm a fan of those silly lists, and so I've had this this Lando Rage list knocking around my head for a couple of months, and using Lando Rage, accompanying him with Biggs and Rex. And putting, because Lando obviously can only do rage every single turn, and because he's stressed, so he won't be able to do any other actions. It's just a question of keep clearing the stress, taking rage again, and so no other actions are useful. So the other upgrades he's got are really scarce, and so for the modifications, just putting on the tactical inhibitor. So the idea is having Biggs behind him the whole time. And because he's giving out a free action, maybe giving him putting R2 F2 on Biggs to give him another green die during the round.
Maybe.
And then if you've got that 1 round where you say, right, you can only shoot at Biggs this round, and he's tanked up with 5 green dice, and and who knows, maybe put some other crew on Lando to help him with defense. And then as long as you get that 1 turn, as long as you manage to destroy one of the enemy ships, it's a big deal if Biggs survives that turn as well.
Yeah. Nope. We're seeing Ruben checking for target lock.
Not at range yet.
So not range for the bandit, but maybe he's in range for the gold squadron.
Yeah. And so Biggs has got M9G8 and is locked onto Kanan to allow him to repeat those rolls. there any? I see this a lot. I've seen this a lot with the Canaan Biggs list. Is that they take the Zeb Aurelius and they put guidance chips on it, but that doesn't do anything, does it?
Nothing.
Yeah, just in case. Just in case there was some sort of thing I missed. But they do it. A lot of people have done it now. I've seen. So 2 hits, 2 focus, 4 hits, 1 evade, 1 focus. Uses the focus and the reforce. Yeah. It's the Y-wings now down to 2 shields. Yeah. What?
The list.
Yeah.
They're from. It says draw their fire.
Yeah.
Where did you get that from?
From the list that you sent me.
No.
2 hits and he's taking damage on the Y-wing. Alright, got to draw their fire. Okay, come on. There was some sort of error when they submitted their list, huh?
No, it's
that's the list. That's the link. I got the link and I put it in, and it comes up like that, man.
Nada.
Selflessness. It'll be updated now. Okay. So a lot to play for in this round. We've seen in the previous round the Piolin team won 4-2.
Yes.
They've switched up the pairings a bit. There's 3 of them are now playing new opponents.
3 of them.
That's what they said, isn't it? Three are playing the same players they did last round. The other 3 have changed.
Oh, Kanan didn't lose any shield.
No. Yes. He's only got 4. Huh? Hang on. He's only got 4. Okay. 2-2. Yeah. Okay. All right.
I see people watching the final game. All
the spectators.
BTS,
Yeah. Let's see if I can find out from here if that while they keep mucking around with dials, if how many people are watching. This one.
The last time I saw there were 6 people watching
your YouTube one.
Yep.
Yeah, mine's about the same on the YouTube one. In the last round, I got up to about 60 people watching the Twitch stream. Error loading data. What's that mean? How do I get to my page? Forty people watching.
40?
Número 69.
he's moving
He's obviously
Fast
looking
to
for that
block.
joust option. Yeah.
maybe to block the actions.
Yeah. Having anticipated the slow movement on the part of Kanan. Two bank to the right, blocked.
Also, the thing is, he went for the joust with Kanan so quickly. He didn't have time to stack any focus on Ray.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's gonna be tough.
Vale, inicia la fase de combate. Rey.
¿Qué táctico anda? Trigonometría y la hostia.
Y disparas.
So
This game was played before, or they changed it?
they changed. This wasn't before. It was Zurita against Utsi,
Uchi.
and Utsi won.
Yeah.
So 2 hits, a crit.
Tengo inhibidor, 4 en total. ¿Qué es eso? 3. Tengo 3. 4 en total.
Checking for range.
1 evade, 1 focus.
Gasto. Y no hay trabajo.
Takes 1 chill.
Biggs fires on Biggs. 3 hits.
Those dices are hot.
Tenemos, no tenemos. Parece que no.
It's clear.
Sí, pero coño, yo tengo que usar modificadores. Mira,
2 evades, 1 blank. 1 shield.
Tactical jammer is the upgrade.
The one that lets you, it acts as if you're an
The
obstacle.
other is sensor jammer.
Sensor jammer is the one that
It
lets you
changes
change
the-
a hit into a focus.
Yes.
Yeah, that you can't modify, that you can't re-roll.
Now Kanan.
primario.
2 hits, a focus. Re-rolls the blank for 3 hits, 4 hits with the focus gone, and 2 evades.
Biggs.
No haces.
No?
Si escucha.
Ah, se escucha. Okay. Sorry.
Dix al mismo.
Oh, the Zurita has the R2D2.
Yeah, the R2D2 integrated astromech.
5 dados.
Okay. Zeta intenta atacar a Biggs. Rango 1. Oh, so range 1.
Vale, esto había que mirarlo bien, porque si no eran unos cruceros.
Sí, claro, no, pero joder, que como aquí lo quitamos lo mismo.
No, pero a veces como quedan inclinados.
Rolls.
It's 3 blanks.
3 blanks.
Spends target lock. 2 hits and a blank. 1 evade, 2 focus. Takes damage.
Y el I, me tensionas.
¿A quién? Sí.
And the stress bot fires on Biggs.
TLT.
1 focus.
Nothing.
Is this a second attack, I guess?
Yes.
2 focus.
No,
Spend-
3 focus.
Yeah.
Hay día que pilla pegar al muro ese. A ver.
It looks like, yeah, because I've got munitions failsafe on it's got it. Why is it? Okay, I'm gonna have to check my list when I get home. Check my thing. Tactical
A ver.
jammer.
Si que no se me ha parecido.
Yeah, that's changed.
Vale. Pues fase final. Zurita Bix.
And Big survives.
This is the Kanan twin laser turret attack at the end of the round. And
No.
the first attack does nothing, the second attack 1 crit. And a focus result and a blank.
Segundo ataque.
Oh no, that was the first attack, so now second one. Gets 3 hits. And takes
1 damage.
1 damage. So both bigs living through that first round, pretty much taking exactly the same damage as well.
Yes.
Give me a second. No, he's got 2 damage cards on Ruben's bigs.
Un casco más.
15 personas ahí.
Muy bien.
Esto es el lado malo de hacer this multi-stream. The problem with the multi-stream is you're splitting your audience.
Yeah, that's it.
So obviously right now, if I'd have just been streaming one table, I'd have maybe like 60, 70 people watching from the Spanish community and anybody else I might have picked up on the way. But with doing these 3 tables, you probably have 5, I've got 15 over there, and we've got 40 here.
If I had on the same computer for example, the Twitch and the YouTube,
You could watch all 3 at the same time, I suppose, yeah. if you really wanted to. You could get your laptop, your tablet, and your computer out, and your smart TV, and watch all 3. But in generally, people tend to watch 1. So that's the downside. So which I noticed more than anything in the...
and I think this is not the most interesting.
No? I don't know. It's like 2 tanky lists. I could see interesting things happening with this, and also the bigs thing, the nerf happening, and this being like the bigs on both sides of the table. I kind of felt like it was an interesting game.
Maybe.
Because you see now that first engagement has gone. I mean, I'd said it's in Ruben's favour that his bigs isn't dead yet. And so now he's got to try and, what do you reckon with Kanan, probably pull off a turn to the left or the right? Maybe?
Or just flee?
Straight. I think he'll get blocked if he tries to go straight. I think Adrian's going to Congo line his ships, and you'd have to do like a 4 straight.
You can do a 5k, for example.
He doesn't want to do a K turn though, does he?
What?
He doesn't want to do a K turn though, does he?
No.
Oh, he doesn't want to stress himself. I think if he does a straight maneuver, he's going to be blocked. I mean, even with the 4K, with the 4 straight. Has it got 5 straight? Has it got the 5 straight? No, just 5K, yeah?
I think with the 4 straight you can clear the...
Yeah, I mean, as they are now, yes. But let's see.
No, but they have to move.
Yeah, I know they have to move. I just figured he was gonna 1 straight the bandit into Kanan, and then bump the other ones up behind him and just kind of cause a Congo line.
He needs the he needs to have the focus and have actions, the reinforce for the Kashif.
Yeah.
If he keeps blocking, he will be defending.
Yeah, that's right.
Looking for natties.
Yeah, but I don't know. What I'm thinking more than anything is just that if he's able to get, because he's got no, all of his are pilot skill 5, but he's got the initiative, so he could have taken that bigs off. Anyway, we'll see. But more or less, he's gone for what I said anyway. He's just kind of forming a line, and really more than anything, he's just trying to block off the turn to the right. And any left turn brings Kanan dangerously close to that rock in the centre of the board. So a bank to the left. See, now he's got everybody in his rear arc. Range 1 on Biggs. And Biggs goes long. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So now Adrian doesn't have any opportunity to fire.
If
Maybe
you take a
that
hit.
he's got that right back, the back of the
a
arc, yeah,
No sé si Lowrick te ve.
with the Wookiee.
He will be taking a range 1 shot.
Mm-hmm.
Muy bien, entonces. Pues nada, primario aquí, tiro 20.
Lástima.
No, he
5,
didn't have. He couldn't shoot with
He
it.
couldn't shoot with the Wookiee, no. So that's been a well positioned for Ruben, and Ruben's got 2 hits, a focus and a crit. Rerolls, gets a hit, spends the focus. So I'm guessing that's a crit because he says he paints his crits black. And 2 evades, so 3 damage.
Son 2 y crítico.
And they're looking if they can spend the selflessness.
He has to.
Yeah.
Eso está interés. Sí. Cáelo fuera.
He can spend the reinforce
Mm-hmm.
for low risk ability,
Yeah.
and then they take 2 damage. But he will have to pop the droid.
Integrated
so
astromech, yeah.
that's not a really good option with
Yeah.
having R2D2. Oh, he has 1 shield.
Yeah, he recovered from the green maneuver, yeah.
So
Gasto esto.
3 hit points.
it's 1 shield and 1 crit he would take.
Y si
Yeah.
además gasto el otro sacrificio.
No, selflessness.
Selflessness.
Se anula este, no es crítico, pues
And takes the shield.
Vale. Sí, ese es lo suyo. Vale, pues.
Pequeñín.
Sí, no pega y vamos. Que hace que el primer turno se acaba con 4.
The Wookiee.
puedo.
The Wookiee.
1 shield.
1 shield.
Entra 1. Es 1.
And 1 shield from Biggs.
Yeah, I got the shield off of Biggs.
Uh-huh.
I didn't notice the one from the Wookiee. Kanan takes 2 damage from the shields. What happened there?
They're thinking if he shoots the bandit or
But why did he take 2 shields off?
1 shield.
No,
1 from each ship.
no. Kanan has taken 2 shields off just now.
2.
From the TLT.
1.
From Adrian.
Segundo.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Repito este, droide. Eso.
Okay, so Z95 without shields. Y-Wing, no shields. They go back to dials. Loric, 2 shields. Both bigs still alive.
We were talking before about the Biggs nerf, and see here Biggs took a 6 dice
Yeah.
primary shot with target lock and focus, and took 1 damage.
Yeah.
So with the arrival of Lowrick,
But the question is, right, if given the situation that he was in, even if, let's say Biggs had used this ability, the new ability of Biggs in the turn before to protect against that primary engagement, this second round, Biggs is the obvious target as well. You're not going to fire 6 dice at the Gold Squadron, yeah? Or the Wookiee.
you could kill it. You could kill the
But
Gold
it's not,
Squadron.
it's not range 1. The Gold Squadron.
I mean, in case.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. What I'm saying is it kind of, even though the Biggs ability is limited to just 1 turn, using this as an example, it's kind of de facto 2 turns anyway, because he survived through that turn, and now he's that 1 ship that you've got close to death. You want to wipe him off the board, and so that's another turn where you're going to ignore the possibility of shooting at Lowrick or another target to sink damage, a 6 dice attack into Biggs, and he survived it, which makes him another possibility in another round of being a primary target. So it's kind of like a kind of default. By default, it still works the same way. the fact that if you don't wipe him out in that first turn when he chooses to be the target, then he still ends up being the target of opportunity as long as you have him in art, because he's probably the easiest thing to kill at that time.
True.
And he recovers a shield, making him even harder. That brings pretty much everyone out of Kanan's arc. Or at a very long range. Has he got no, he's not got engine upgrade.
No. Okay, the Wookiee. Range 2.
Firing on Biggs. And 2 focus. A blank. Repeats. Gets 2 hits. Looks like a hit and a crit. And 2 evades.
Saunter Biggs.
Some 2 Biggs, yeah.
So he can shoot.
Yeah.
Biggs. So it's the same.
4. Plus blank. 1 evade. Maybe a focus. I'm guessing that's a focus because I can see evade on the bottom side of the die. Spends focus. And uses refuerzo. Reinforce. Takes 1 shield token. And everything stays the same. So
Well, now comes the TLT
yeah.
again. Well, first Adrian with his
stress
wiring.
bot. Yeah. Not stressing though. 1 hit, 1 crit. 1 evade, 1 blank. Damage card onto Biggs. Biggs is down.
Yes.
After the simultaneous fire, no? No, it's already done. Yeah. I was thinking about the Wookiee and the other Biggs. So. There we go. A drastic
Another
turn.
rage. Even with the 2 hits from the
TLT.
he cannot kill
Biggs
this
this
turn.
turn. Yes, he can. Can he? Did he manage to hit both?
Sorry?
He can if he manages to hit with both of them, both the TLT.
No, he has to pop the droid.
Oh, of course, yeah. Right.
Now he
Integrated
doesn't have.
astromech.
Yep.
So now he won't be recovering. So that's still 1 more turn that he's going to be around. And that leaves us in an interesting situation. So then, yeah, let's talk about the Biggs nerf. In this case, it's almost as if we were playing with the Biggs nerf. The first engagement, they'd have said, I'm going to use Biggs this turn. And afterwards, it was the target of opportunity. Yeah, to try and kill Biggs.
Yeah.
They failed
Yeah.
in several cases, but finally they managed to get one of them. You wouldn't have chosen any other target.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
That's the one you chose in both times.
Mm-hmm. Tu ratón está aquí y todo eso, ¿Sabes? Tu ratón y cabrón.
Okay.
¿Quieres una? la mayoría de los buenos ya se han ido. Había un montón de reyes, pero la gente les gustaba mucho. ¿Esto lo quieres? ¿Qué es? En foil, ah. Vale. Esto era un chico. Y si queréis estos, porque yo no lo juego. Y
Vale, pues esto. Y esta yo tampoco, me parece acojonante. Brutal. ¿De Rebels?
ya. Pero dices tampoco.
Que tampoco juego.
Ya, pero te gusta, ¿no?
Sí, sí, sí.
Ya. Está chulo. Lo hacían como un sorteo en el nacional. Lo tenían una imperial de Amada y lo habían abierto y lo habían pintado como si fuera rebelde. Y por eso hacían la carta.
¿Y quién lo jugaba? ¿Un rebelde o no? Un imperial.
No, era un sorteo, era un premio.
Ah, un sorteo, vale.
Ya. Habían abierto lo tenían en la caja de Amada con el crucero ese. Lo habían abierto, sacado la nave, pintado como si fuera rebelde y vuelto a poner dentro del paquete y lo sortean. Con esta carta.
Okay, they're telling us Urchi lost against Juan del Río.
Okay. Juan del
And
Río.
Urchi was the best Imperial player in
Yeah.
the tournament and lost.
Undefeated.
Yep.
And lost to Juan del Rio. Juanito claims another skull for his mantle.
Juanito is not making any friends.
He's not making friends, no. When I did the interview with him, I sat him down and said, okay, A is for apple, B is for ball, A is for apple, B is for ball, C is for cat.
So now he won't be in range.
No.
Nothing. Okay, he can keep stacking
The focus tokens onto Ray.
one.
One of them so far.
No, no, sí, sí. Que no me miro cuando las medido, no veo. No he visto si estaba muy justo o no. Estaba mirando el resultado.
No, recogeré, como te dije, tengo que ir hasta el de ordenadores. Pero sí.
Okay.
So we've been informed, yeah. So Utsi, the first defeat on Team Actimel. Juan del Rio, the first victory for Team Piolín. I'm sensing a Piolín victory here. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
They're very good. They're all very good players,
Yes.
huh? Yeah.
12 of them.
Yeah. And we've seen Actimel won the second edition of the C3P3. The second
No,
year.
which is the first time it comes.
No, but digo, the Team Actimel,
Yeah.
they won the second edition.
Second, yes, and third. We
Third, they were second place. Yeah, they were the highest qualified. In the final, they lost to Rojo Tres.
On the first edition, Rojo Tres won.
One, yeah.
Second edition, Actimel won, and the third one was the final was Actimel
Rojo
versus
Tres,
Rojo
yeah.
Tres.
And so now we have a new challenger entering with Team Piolín.
Well, they'll call Piolín squad,
Yeah.
not team.
No, I know, but I say okay. The Piolín squad. So they explained it to me yesterday because I'd seen this Piolín thing, this Tweety Pie. The Piolín is the Spanish word for Tweety Pie. that yellow bird character they've got on the t-shirts. And I'd seen some memes from the Barcelona problems with the Piolins, but I didn't understand what it was. And so for those foreigners watching, as you've probably become aware through the international news recently, Spain is currently undergoing a crisis where the Catalunya region, with its capital in Barcelona, is wishing to secede from the Spanish. What would be the word? It's not a union, but
country.
Yeah, the Spanish. They're looking for independence, basically, or that's they're requesting independence and wishing to secede from Spain. One part of the situation was that they organised, and it's worth saying because we're talking to international listeners, that they organised a referendum against the national constitution, which was deemed illegal by the highest court in Spain. So they organised a referendum where they would vote to see if they wanted to be independent, which the highest court deemed was illegal. And so even though they decided they were going to go ahead and hold this referendum, so at which point the Spanish National Police Force and what's the word for it? French people call it gendarmerie. It's like a mobilized.
Guardia Civil.
Yeah, we call it the Guardia Civil, but it's like there's a special word for it. They're like it's like a nationalized army, like a stationary army. It doesn't move. It's in the country and it stays there, and its job is to defend the country. They're kind of like the main police force in Spain. Were sent en masse into Barcelona in an effort to try and curtail this referendum that had been deemed illegal, which of course, as we saw in Valencia a few years ago with the student protests, never goes well. No, the Spanish National Police and the Guardia Civil haven't learned the lessons that the rest of the world learned from, or not the rest of the world, but let's just say, for example, from the 1992 riots in Los Angeles with Rodney King beatings. There was a lot learnt about how to control riots and stuff like that. We've seen historically, or at least I've seen in the last 10 years that I've been living in Spain, that the Spanish police forces tend to use force more than anything else as a way of controlling crowds, and that went pretty badly for them. And the Tweety Pie link comes from that there were so many Guardia Civil deployed to Barcelona that their accommodation needs were provided by a cruise ship, a stationed cruise ship in the harbour. It was decided to use a cruise ship to help keep them separate from the populace, because the harbour's quite a distance from the actual city. You have to walk some way to get to the ships, and the boat in particular where the Guardia Civil were housed was painted with Tweety Pie characters on it.
From the Warner.
The
Studios.
Warner Park, yeah.
Okay. Combat phase.
Yeah. So there you go. You've got your little your current affairs from Spain.
Yeah.
Caught up.
Shooting the
Two
TNT.
focus, one hit.
He takes 1 damage.
Segundo ataque.
No, wrong ship. There we go. So we've got Y-wing.
Yep.
Takes 2.
Te voy a
He's got fire control system, yeah. Two crits? No? Okay.
1,
All right, okay.
2 shields.
Yeah. 2 shields down from the TLT.
¿Quién ha ganado ahora?
Uno.
Juan. La segunda.
Uri.
Yo he ganado, ya ha ganado Ander.
Y un.
And so it's 1-1. 4 games left to play. Left to finish. Well, not 3. The Gold Squadron taking heavy damage.
The thing is, if they finish with a tie, they finish 3-3, the MOV will determine who wins.
Counting this round
Yes, just this.
and the other rounds? No?
Just
Okay.
this round.
Okay.
So at least with this, like this one, that doesn't. If they lose, it doesn't matter. But if
Yeah.
you win, usually you win with really good MOV
Yeah.
because you spread the damage between all 4 ships.
Yeah.
And so now he's winning 28-0.
Yeah.
Tiene posibilidades, sí. Pero no le voy a dejar.
So Lopez defeats Oriol Barnes, which is the gentleman in the red shirt standing up now, and Oriol is the white shirt in front of him.
The big guys.
Yeah, he's a Hodor.
Esa lista ya no pega con la mía,
No, pero también de unido, los guantazos.
Looks a bit like Hodor. A little bit. You let his hair grow out a bit. Yeah.
Didn't thought of that.
Hodor, Andor. That'd be a good Halloween costume for him. Get a little kid, like piggyback ride.
He will get Urzi.
Famous for being quite short as well, just moving past the left side of the camera there.
Okay, Adrian, just move the 3 bank.
3 bank to the
He
right
has,
with the
target that
Z95.
can focus.
Yeah.
He can shoot cruise missiles.
He's got the
with,
cruise missile.
4 boxes.
It's true, he's got cruise missile. Ooh. Okay. Adrian is a very good player.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah.
Ahora, lo que no sé qué va a pasar es lo que se me echa cuando.
Okay, let's see if Lorik bumps or makes it past the Y-weight. I think so. The marker that's been placed down is the obsequio, the gift, the participation gift from the last year's C3P3.
Regional.
Oh, the regional, is it?
Yep.
Right, okay. La Roca. Okay.
Regional 2016.
Have you guys put in an application for the regional for this year?
Yes.
Yeah. There's no answer yet, correct?
No.
Yeah.
No answer.
Things seem to be dragging their feet.
This year we have at least three shops asking for the regional.
In Valencia, at least for. You reckon GTS are going in for it?
GTS.
GTS are open, yeah? Now?
Yeah.
Okay.
He opened like
A couple of weeks ago.
yeah.
Yeah.
The 16th
Of October.
mid-October.
Cartoon Corp and yourselves, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. 1 focus, 1 hit, and a blank. It's 3 hits. And damage. 3 cards.
This is gonna hurt.
Yep. Half points.
This is going to hurt. Nothing. All blanks.
All blanks.
Nada, lo que te decía. Es y Z, misiles, ¿no? ¿Qué misiles? Principal. La idea es que se te puede pillar con principal otro, pero no estoy obligado a disparar a bici. Pero no, no se puede. ¿Entiendes, no? No. Esto va a acabar antes que sigamos.
Sí.
Pues que tapas.
2 hits of focus. 3 hits. Both go in. Spends the focus, and Biggs goes down.
Pues lanza los misiles de crucero.
Cruise missile.
Cruise missiles from the Z95 Bandit.
Para eso te tensionado.
One focus, one crit, one hit, and a blank.
Y concentración, obviamente.
3 hit, 2 hits and a crit. 2. Direct hit. Down to 3 damage points left before he poops out Zeb.
That could be one hold left after this round.
Yeah. He's going to have to fire on the Z95 with the TLT. One whole point left for Kanan.
TLT, ahora sí.
TLT from Kanan Biggs on to the Z95. It's got to be. You got to try and hope to get those 2 hits through and take him off the table. Because if not, he's just going to block you.
He can target lock. Shoot the gold squadron. It's
For
too-
target locking.
No, it's too hard to hold left.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Okay, my bad. I thought.
Both will be taking
Yeah.
2 shields, and the stress bot is going to.
Yeah, but I think the Z95's in a position to block you next round.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah. 1 hit, 1 crit. Entra. Refuerzo is spent.
So he's shooting the gold squadron.
Yeah, the gold squadron. And yeah, no.
Y fallo miserablemente.
Reinforced token saves the gold squadron. Should have gone for the Z95.
Yep.
I feel.
Well, with those dice, it wouldn't make any difference. So
Yeah, true. But the first hit would have gone in because Lorik wouldn't have backed it up.
yeah,
So here we go. 1 damage left. Do you deploy Zeb now?
after moving.
Yeah, you do it. But you don't. You're not going to wait until he dies to come out with 1 damage card. No. So,
And
but
with
Zeb doesn't have a turret, so
with him
yeah.
stressed, he has to be blocked and get the shuttle
Yeah.
from the back. But he needs to kill some chip now.
Yes. He needs to use that first attack. The fact that he's going to be shooting first at pilot skill 5 to take one of those ships off the board. And like I say, I think he's going to bump. I think he's going to be blocked by Adrian's Z95. Z95 is going to pull a hard 3 to the left. To the right, I should say. Yeah, he's looking for the block. He's looking for the block with a Z95.
Así contestaba Adrian. Es decir, intrépido.
Do you think the Kashyyyk will go through the asteroid or, well, debris?
I think he's
Or-
going to try and stick close to the gold squadron. So if the gold squadron,
one bank.
imagine the gold squadron goes 4 straight to try and block that right turn from Kanan. I reckon he's probably going to do a 1 bank or maybe even a turn with the Wookiee.
Yeah, but with a turn you go to Debris?
They don't have a one turn, do they? No.
No.
You'd have
Two
a
and
two
three.
turn. We'll put you on top of the debris. But maybe that makes no difference. The debris. He's on pretty much full health. Yeah. If he's keeping
No,
himself.
I mean, if you go through the debris, you get stressed. You don't have the reinforced token.
Oh, of course, yeah. Oh, one straight.
So he will do one bank, reinforce.
Yeah. Now, I'd have expected to see a free straight there, maybe to try and block Kanan from turning to the right.
Si eso es lo que más entretiene. Sí, es el que te va a dar cosas.
We cannot see.
Refuerzo delantero.
Oh, he clears.
Reinforced front.
Perfecto, mucho poco interés.
And bumped. Exactly. And that's why you should have shot the Z95 last week. No, they would have made any difference, but like I say, just
Milagros a Lourdes.
Vale, voy a rollar. 5, Vale, voy a soltar la lanzadera. Hace un
so coming up to 1 hour point in this this final round. Out comes Zeb on top of the debris.
Ahora sí que empieza.
Okay. Okay, this is good. No, because now can the Wookiee risk not using using the reinforced to protect the gold squadron when he's got Zeb at range 1 right in front of him? Yeah.
Yeah.
So now Kanan fires on
Dicen que perro muerto se acabó la rabia.
on the gold squadron. The Wookiee fires 3 hits.
Esquiva crítica.
Okay, Kanan is dead.
Okay.
Crítico a ti.
Vale, pues nada, venga. Deletear a la I.
Now he needs to start killing ships.
He needs to start. It's true, he does need to start. So we got to get that Y-wing off the table,
Sí, en este caso no es desconocido.
and then that dead 95 would be useless in its position now that Kanan's dead. 1 crit and 2 blanks.
Blanco fijado.
Repeats with the target lock. Gets a focus. 1 evade.
Segundo ataque. Enter.
Two. So he's not gonna kill it. Wait.
No, he's not going to be able to kill it this time. Either.
Pues voy con mi 3. Ah, sí. Me iba se me fue a activar ese. Vale, 2, completa.
Ali.
Ali. Oh, no.
Awful.
Terrible rolls.
Really, really bad dices for Ruben.
Adrian está limpiando ya. He's picking up his stuff, he's packing up. Okay.
CLT.
TLT on Zeb.
He was taking the arc for the stress.
Yeah.
Esquivo.
One. Nothing.
Blanks. Shields. 1 shield. Oh yeah, he does have a stress token, I can see it.
Well, it was a nice game.
Yeah. And it looks like we've actually got we're just down to 1 game being played. Oh no, that's Ikait's over there in the corner, isn't
Yeah.
it? With Joel.
Ikait.
Okay.
Kites versus Joel.
Yeah.
Fenrau with 2 U-boats.
Mm.
Also saying goodbye today.
Yeah.
And Joel is flying to Skurk
Skirgs.
with Deadeye. and one U-boat with trick shot,
Trick shot. Okay.
and also one torpedo, one plasma.
Okay. Wow, there we go. Does the Wookiee have a K-10?
No,
So we're going to see a couple more turns out of this one at least. While Zeb jumps over behind them, and it takes a while for them all to get turned around.
yeah, but the Y-wing will not be stressing, but
It can still
continue,
shoot the
yeah.
the turret. Yeah. Okay.
And queda una hora. 55 minutos. 55.
Who's recording the margin of these games? The captains, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Voy. Y un recto.
They know
But they
that the margin could be a deciding factor. Yeah. Some people, when you say you're in a final, they just they forget about margin. And if they're tied on margin, by some weird fluke.
final salvo.
¿Están pagadas? Hay que preguntar. ¿Están pagadas?
Si luego te fijas.
Sí, de fijar. Vale, vamos allá. Pues
I think on the table on the First Earth YouTube stream is down to one Darth Vader against an SF. I'm not sure if it's quick draw. I would guess it would be quick draw. It was a decimator quick draw, maybe.
Yeah.
I think so.
Vader's still alive.
Yeah, but Vader's the other team.
Oh, okay.
They're Imperial. It was Vader, an SF, and a TIE Advanced prototype.
So Seb turned there and bumped with the stress hub.
He's going to receive that attack from Lorik then.
Lorric, los abiertos.
Oh no. Oh no.
No, Seb.
Zeb bumped against the Y-wing.
Yes, and he stepped on the debris, so he took another
Another
second
stress, yeah. And he activates after the Y-wing. Yeah, okay. So there's not going to be any issue in this round. Oh, here we go. Zeb against the Z95, which still has 2 hit points. And saves. And they go back to dials. Like I said, we're going to be seeing a couple more rounds, I think, of just kind of bussing around the tabletop until that moment turns up where they can just put a couple more shots on Zeb.
The Y-wing has the 4K or
Yeah. The Y-wing has the 4K.
Yeah.
Because it was wave 1. There was no such thing as a 5K back then.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. 5K.
Y-wing was
wave 1.
wave 1
Yeah.
or wave 2?
No, wave. It's considered. It's wave 1. The core set, the X-wing, the Y-wing, the advanced, and the TIE fighter in expansions.
Oh, I thought the Y-wing and the bomber came out.
No,
first
why
same
wouldn't,
way.
no, because it was the Battle of Yavin.
Yeah.
They basically based the whole game was based on the Battle of Yavin to begin with, and then slowly they expanded it. By Wave 2 was Interceptor, A-Wing, Millennium Falcon, Slave 1. Wave 3 was Bomber,
Lambda,
and Hawk and B-Wing.
and B-Wing. Yeah, that's where we started playing.
Yeah.
Wave 3.
The Hawk was the first time they'd done a ship that hadn't actually appeared in the films. And now we've just got all sorts of crazy stuff that's not been in any films.
No, it's based on.
Well, I'm saying there's a lot of stuff now that's not been in any of the films.
No, in any of the films, but maybe on the TV show.
Doesn't count. Strictly speaking, it doesn't count.
It doesn't count.
No,
It's canon. It's canon.
No, this is what. Yeah, but you say that today, but then that's what they said in 1999 when Shadows of the Empire was canon. It was a new multimedia experience designed by Lucasfilm to be a comic, a video game, and a story, a novel, and to be each part was going to tell you a different part of the story, and then. And the thing is that when they did the reset at Disney, it was just a question of, it was obvious, you're only going to pay attention to the films because that's the ones that have had the biggest market. And they're the only ones that you really have to pay any effort to pay attention to. Everything else is just kind of, just salad dressing.
Maybe, yeah.
And you can say it's canon now, but and the thing is that once you started trying to make money out of it, the canon stuff's only going to hold up for a certain amount of time. And it's like we're already starting to see the cracks with that they've got to the point now as well. If they want to sell the product, any product, they have to say it's canon. They have to say it's canon. So Battlefront, they went around saying it was canon the whole time, and there's nothing in there that has any kind of impact on the storyline of Star Wars films.
We see the 4K.
Yeah. Battlefront 2 is canon because it's got like this separate little storyline. I remember that game that came out for mobile a couple of years ago, the Commander. When that first came out, they were saying it was canon.
What game?
The little Commander game on the mobile phones, where you had like a Clash of Clans with Star Wars.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. When that came out, they were saying, no, this is canon. And then they put the zombie stormtroopers in it again, and it was like, no. Right. So the canon things, obviously Rebels and stuff like this are more core properties, but it's only up to a certain point before they turn around and say no. Up to a certain point where they turn around and say, the same thing happened when Lucas did the prequels. Before Lucas did the prequels or the novels, and then he did the prequels and he contradicted stuff from the novels, so it's just like, that stuff's not important anymore.
I think we've seen the end of the game.
Yeah.
More or less.
One whole point left on Zeb.
He'll be shooting the bandit. It's really important now for them to kill
the bandit. Yeah. Gets a good roll finally. 1 hit, 2 crits, and there he goes.
So that's a little bit
So
more.
that's what is it? 15 points.
Yep.
Yeah. 44 to 82.
Well, if it goes to MOV to the end,
something,
if they finish 3-3, well, 15 points would be a difference.
When it comes to making these films and saying what's canon and what's not, they're always going to, that's the end of it, they're always going to prioritize the creative process of making the new film. Yeah. And it's like, they're never going to turn around and tell a writer, no, you can't do it like that because in such and such comic book they did it a different way. Like the script writer that's being paid like $15 million to write a script, and they're not going to turn around and say no. Okay, well then that's it for our game on this table. So we've still got the 2 other games still being played. We've got Andoni Abril against Domingo, I forget his last name, from on the YouTube channel for First Earth, and on the YouTube channel for Petrios we've got Imanol
contra
Arcilona
Alberto.
against Alberto Diaz.
Yes.
So for now, we're going to say goodbye, and we'll see if we'll see how things turn out, and we'll keep you informed through popping on every now and then. Thank you, Marcelo.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Adrian. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Looks like we've got it pretty clear that Barcelona are going to take the championship this time.
Yeah.
You've got three victories already in the bag. One pretty much wrapped up.
Yeah.
And one still to be decided. So
We won the Swiss, so we have done a good job on
you've done
the
a very
tournament.
good job. Yeah, excellent. Well done. Que vamos a pasar a español. ¿Qué tal la partida? ¿Cómo lo viste el Canaan Biggs como un emparejamiento?
Bueno, yo al Canaan Big siempre le he temido, siempre me ha costado mucho ganarle.
¿Sí?
Y bueno, digo, cuando he visto que me han emparejado contra él,
Sí.
he sufrido un poco.
Sí.
Pero
Tenías una primero enfrentamiento favorable, ¿no?
sí, bueno, para mí, yo Canaan Big siempre me ha costado.
Sí.
Tengo 4 naves que atacan mucho y las puedo bajar,
Ajá.
pero siempre se me han atragantado.
Ya. Pero digo que en los primeros 2 rondas
Ah,
de
sí.
disparos salía a tu favor
Sí.
y fue un poco más cuesta arriba para él
Sí.
en este caso.
Sí, sí.
Te-
Luego en la tercera él me ha movido a Canaan y a Biggs y prácticamente no le he visto nada, que ahí ha sido
Sí.
un fallo mío y
Sí.
él podría haber sacado bastante ventaja, pero
Sí, entonces tú terminas el torneo invicto.
no, he perdido una. La última la he perdido
Ah.
contra los Sienars, eso me han dado pa'l pelo.
Contra
Los 5 Sienars con...
Ursi. Tú jugaste contra
Sí.
Ursi en la última ronda. Vale,
Sí,
vale,
sí.
vale. Los 5 Sienars. Vale, pues hombre, pero está bien, ¿no? Que terminando el torneo, a ver, lo vamos a... Ay, Dios. Terminando el torneo estabas entre los primeros clasificados de... ¿Dónde estaba Adrian Zurita? Estaba aquí arriba, ¿no? Ahí, 14.
Bueno, no está mal.
14 puesto, ¿vale? Que está bien. Ahora con una victoria más te va a
Sí.
saltar un poco más si lo seguimos así. Pues mira, un placer como siempre. Muchas
Igualmente,
gracias,
gracias.
¿vale? Y nos veremos en el siguiente,
Nos vemos,
¿vale?
nos vemos. En el nacional.
Sí, te vas, ¿no? Muy bien, perfecto. Perfecto. ¿Que tienes entrada? Tienes bye también, ¿no? Muy bien. Ya. Claro, claro. Vale. Ruben, va. No, tranquilo. Buen hecho, ¿vale? Lo has remado bien, pero fue demasiado cuesta arriba, ¿no? Al final.
Sí, a ver, había habido 2 puntos. Por una parte, en la primera ronda de combate, había calculado para intentar pillarle al Z, o sea, ponerme ahí, tirarle el blanco fijado e intentar zumbármelo de una hostia, pero no ha llegado por un pelo.
Ya.
Y luego, sobre todo, el tema low rick, que
Ya.
es una pasada la defensa que le da. Es
Sí,
una
sí, sí.
experiencia oportuna a cualquier
Sí, sí,
nave
sí,
que
sí,
está
sí.
ahí en el
Sí,
momento.
sí, sí.
Y luego ha movido muy bien
Ya.
y ya está.
Pues eso. Que el primer enfrentamiento
Sí.
era bastante igualada. Tú quedaste un poco peor situado porque te quedaste con un cartel, un vida. Te quedaba un vida, ¿no?
Ah, dices al final, sí.
Ya.
Sí, se había quedado justito uno de vida.
Y después se iban desarrollando un par de movimientos de que tampoco conseguiste los dos matar a Biggs. Y estamos hablando de esto, de la cambio a Biggs.
Sí, en el feo.
Y de que en esta partida era interesante desde esta perspectiva porque era la despedida de Biggs en este
Sí, con
formato.
las 2 listas más emblemáticas. con
Ya,
eso.
pero o sea, también mirándolo, si lo habías dicho de que Biggs funcionaba a su nueva manera, en este primer enfrentamiento, el primer cruce, los dos habríais dicho uso Biggs este
Sí,
turno.
desde luego, en mi caso
Y
sí.
después, cada turno después, Biggs sigue siendo la objetivo de más débil, de que lo vas a elegir siempre.
Bueno, en este caso, contra un Canaan Biggs, o sea, Biggs se puede ignorar.
Biggs siempre, ¿qué?
Contra un Canaan Biggs,
Ya.
aunque el Biggs haya quedado tocado,
Ya,
yo creo que el oponente debería ir a saco a por Canaan.
sí.
O sea, la cantidad de daño que puede meter Canaan y a su
Sí.
vez la que puede recibir, quiero decir, es muy fácil que le empiecen a entrar
No, pero-
críticos y bajar su nivel de daño.
Sí, pero lo que digo es que en
Sí.
este caso, como una demostración, ¿no? Pero típicamente cuando tienes una lista enemiga, que tienes una nave que está tocado, imagínate que en esta primera ronda que dices, este turno yo uso Biggs, la habilidad de Biggs, ¿no? Y sobrevive aquel turno,
Sí.
quizá está típicamente con 1 o 2 cartas de daño,
Sí.
¿vale? Entonces, cuando llega la siguiente ronda, tú quieres quitar esta nave de la mesa.
Sí, a ver, normalmente es un objetivo prioritario,
Ya.
porque es más fácil de quitarte.
Entonces es como si por defecto habrá sido igual, porque en los dos casos, para los dos, aunque Biggs seguía siendo vivo, era vuestro prioritario, porque seguía ahí y era el más débil y era más fácil de haber quitado. Así que seguía, el hecho de que era el único que estaba dañado, te hacía fijar en él otra vez. Y cada turno que se va sobreviviendo es un otro regalo.
Sí, ya te entiendo. A ver, en su caso, sí, seguramente fuera el objetivo prioritario, aún cuando ya no tenga su habilidad.
Ya.
Pero ya te digo, en caso de Encarambix, yo estoy convencido de que esa lista va a dejar de verse, o al menos se va a transformar, sustituyendo a Vix por Lowrick,
Pues,
por ejemplo.
ya.
Porque ya te digo, es que...
Pero entonces,
¿Sí?
lo que, si te he entendido bien, lo que me estás diciendo es que si tú enfrentas a un Kanan Biggs, teniendo
Por ejemplo,
un
me refiero-
Biggs a 1 o 2 de vida,
Sí, sí.
tú vas a disparar a Kanan.
A ver, depende de la situación y mi lista. Pero sí, si tengo varias naves disponibles para disparar a Kana, especialmente si toma iniciativa, intentaría quitar los escudos y meterle críticos, que Kana lo va a sufrir muchísimo.
Mientras tanto, Biggs
A
sigue
no ser que tenga,
disparándote.
yo que sé, que tenga a Biggs a rango 1 sin tokens y yo le pueda... Pero,
Ok.
a ver, es que tú
No.
ten en cuenta el input de daño que
Yo
supone
te entiendo la postura, solamente estoy diciendo que a la vez que significa que estás dejando un Biggs abierto a atacarte también.
Sí, pero prefiero dejar a un Biggs que mata con un turno más a un Kanan que mata con un turno más.
Vale, ya.
En
Entiendo.
este caso en concreto, sí.
Ya. Ujú. Ok.
Pero en el caso de la lista que llevaba él, en cambio no.
Sí.
Ahí lo ideal habría sido seguir pegándole a Vix y quitártelo encima de una vez.
Vale. Ok, vale. Lo veo, es lógico, tiene su sentido también. También siempre puede haber la situación de que Biggs no puede dispararte este rango, esta ronda, así que no lo vas a querer matar. Así que es otra ocasión. Pues muchas gracias, un placer como
a ti,
siempre. ¿Eh? ¿Qué has
Sí.
dicho?
No, a ti, Simón.
Ah, vale,
Joder.
Simon.
Uy, perdona.
No, es que
Simon.
Muy bien. Muchas gracias, Ruben, ¿vale? Pues ya está, eso es el último ronda. Tenemos en YouTube terminando el partido de Case Joel y en el YouTube de Petrios el partido de Imanol Acilona contra Alberto Díaz, que ya parece que los Piolín ya lo tienen ganado, pero lo vamos a esperar aquí para verlo bien y lo terminaremos. A ver si hago una entrevista con el equipo entero.